Hello, and welcome to another stream of Krastorio 2. Enjoyed it so much last week that I thought we'd try and continue. There was an update. I don't think it's affected anything I've done. It did pop up a message saying that it removed some entities, but it seemed to be modules, and I don't think I've made any modules at all. So I think we should be all right on that front. I've been a bit out of sorts all weekend, to be honest with you. My name is Trismegistus, and I say this is a stream of Krastorio 2. Basically, I'm restarting. I tried to play about a year ago and didn't really kind of gel with it. So I kind of restarted basically because there'd been a lot of changes to the game and it had broken what I'd done. I think I won't do it during this stream, but I think I'm going to turn these guys off because they're a bit OP and it also sort of renders a lot of things redundant, like the biters and stuff. I mean, it's nice having drones early, and if I had the biters on, then maybe, it'd be worth having them, sort of thing. But they're a bit OP, in my opinion, especially since they don't sort of trigger attacks. So yeah. So I think I may turn them. I'll leave them on for now, but I'll probably turn them off. Right, so where were I? Can't actually remember properly where we were. This doesn't appear to be making anything. Is that because it's just not got enough stuff, has it? No. Okay. So there is a bit of scaling up needed. As you can see, the drones keep pinching all my belts and stuff, though. So, what are we doing? Oh, right, okay. We can't scale up because we haven't got inserters. And inserters is the next on the build list, so let's get them on the go. What did you just do then? You just zapped me with something or other. You see, they keep taking fuel and stuff, and I don't quite know why. There's got to be some way of turning that off. I think I can just grab them out of the air like normal bots. No, let's just leave them for now. Yes, so how do we make inserters? We make them from inserter parts and automation cores. Now we've got automation cores down here, and do we want to make inserter parts as a sort of single, use item that we put on a belt, or do we want to make them inserting them directly? So you need iron. You just need insert parts and automation cores. You then need two sticks as well, which sort of makes sense because it's like an arm on the end of a stick. So that's an interesting thing. Hang on a sec. I forgot to do something. Anyway, there we go. Is the game sound coming through? It is, but it's very quiet. Okay, fine. Right, so how do we make inserter parts? We make inserter parts from iron sticks and iron gear wheels. Now, did I put those on the bus? I didn't, did I? There's a real distinct possibility it might be a good idea to have them on the bus. Let's leave it for the moment. So, in other words, if I wanted to make a single thing here, we would get two inserter parts, and it would have a 2-second crafting time. So each one has an effective crafting time of 1 second. I should also note, I may well have to cut the stream at some point because basically I've taken a parcel in for my neighbours and they're bound to show up during the stream. Because that's how it always works. So yeah, it could be a bit of a jump at some point because he's bound to want to chat. Right, so it's like 1 per second. And then how many does it need? It needs 1, and they only have half a second crafting time. So, we would need 2 just in order to make those. That's quite heavy, isn't it? I wonder why those are so slow to make, really. Okay. Because we're going to need like fast inserters and all that sort of stuff, I guess. We can probably just get away with the basic ones for quite a while. We could also add on iron plates and that, but let's get the inserters because then we can scale up our production of or metal plate quite a bit. So I think we'll just do because it is quite a complicated recipe when you think about it. It's iron sticks and iron gear wheels. So and then these also need automation cores, and then they also need iron sticks. So would we be best off? I think we would, wouldn't we? If we just do like a one-to-one insertion. So if, for example, this, would that work? Might get a little funky. No, we can. Yeah, we could probably do that because we could probably move it a little bit in, right? And then we have, say, oops. Oh, this wants to be inserter parts, not automation cores. Oh, I've run out of them as well. Oh, and I can't make any more. We're doing well here. Can I get some iron plate? I don't think I'm putting it in a chest or anything. Crikey. So it's all kind of going into... Right, let's just grab some off of there. Didn't I have another bit of smelting going on? No, I just replaced this, didn't I? Okay. So how many bits of iron plate do I need to make another assembler? That. So that gets me 2. But I'm also... No, that'll be okay. So we can make some inserters now. Can I just... I could in theory... I can make 2. Or what if I need a long one? Hang on. Right, so that's that. So what we want then... Oh, I need more machines than this, don't I? We then want iron gear wheels and iron sticks. And we could feed those in directly. So we could get some iron plate here. Then we could feed those. Then they're a lot quicker, aren't they? Oh no, 2-second crafting time. Wow. 2-second crafting time. 2-second crafting time. Okay. Except it needs twice as much. Blimey. A lot of recipes are really hungry in this, aren't they? Because one thing is we then just... I mean, it's just... This is just to make some. It's not, you know... So that would be inserters. And then we could put, say, box here. A couple of stacks of inserters. So that needs to go in there. That needs to, oops, that needs to go in there. So we need to make one more assembly machine. And 1, 2, well, we need more than that then. We need those 2. Because we can just take another split, basically. Here. Oh, can't put it there. Like that, say. That's a bit messy, isn't it? Maybe if I put those, oops, those 2 there. Move that over one. I don't. Let's put the wrong thing in. So like that. It's a bit ugly, but who cares? So this would be inserters then, since you put that machine in. Okay. So we then need some power. Where best for power? Maybe there? There. There. And that'll cover us. Right, so we need one more assembler. And what was it? About 6 inserters. So, one inserter. And it's iron again. We're just so short of iron. I mean, what I could do is I could just feed in some stuff manually. You know, get it to hand make, as it were. Sort of pump it out that way. But we could just... Oh! What did I... I think that went into the bots, but I'm not sure. Do that. Dropped it on the ground again. Always doing that. And then if we grab that, is that recipe even set? No, it isn't. And then, I don't know, whack some in there. I dropped one on the ground again. There it is. Why are you not making... Oh, you are. But you're just very slow. Okay. Well, let's just chuck that in there. Have you got some iron plate for me? You got a little bit of iron plate? Lovely jubbly. Alright, so we can make the assemblers we need. Can we make the inserters? Yes, we can. Do it for you, but I don't really need them to because not a lot to be done. Wow, 303 belts. That was a lot. That seems a weirdly large number, given that there's nothing there. That's interesting. I mean, it is kind of eating all the iron to do that, so maybe it's not necessarily surprising. How many more inserters do we need? We need at least 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't know where the power poles have gone. They do appear to have gone. Right, so let's get some more of them as well. I just want to see it make the first one, basically. There's so little iron that it's just sort of not happening. I mean, we could manually feed some in, I guess. Just to kick starters, but it's going to be better to actually make some here, I think. Oh, they're... This is the other problem with them that we just want to get rid of. Because I want to fill bits in specifically the bits that I want, rather than the randomness of them just throwing stuff in. Because like here, they put this in. I don't really need them to put that in. So let's just get rid of all that. Because it's not copper we're short of. In fact, I don't think we're using any copper at all. And they put this in, you see. In fact, why have you filled in all of this stone stuff? No wonder we're short of inserters. I'm going to get rid of these guys. I'm sure it's a great mod and stuff, but it's causing me more problems than it's worth. Right, so now I can pick them up. And then we can just sort of copy and paste them in. And the bots won't fill them out. So I'm sure it's a great mod, you know. And if you're kind of happy with it, and how it works, then marvellous. But let's just have it making a little bit of stone for when we do actually need it. But otherwise, let's just copy and paste this up. Wait, that's the wrong way around, isn't it, if I do that? So that needs to be a long one there. Oops. Should have ghosted. That one, that one. Copy that. Right, now, miraculously, we've got a whole load of inserters that haven't been thrown into random positions that I don't need them to be in. So I'll keep that one, I guess. I might as well copy that down. Like so. Keep those two. Oops. Copy that down. Like so. Here we go. This is a bit more like it. Now, can I fill any more of it? I can. I've got 35 inserters all of a sudden. There is one of the things that confused me last time when I was playing it before was that you don't make you don't make long-handed inserters from inserters. which is like the sort of normal recipe, if you see what I mean. In normal Factorio, you make them separately. So these, in fact, we could probably, since we're not going to make these in any kind of volume, why don't we put this here? I'm going to need automation cores. Well, so basically, rather than not say it, so if we put one of these here, perhaps, can I get all the... No, I can't, can I? I was hoping to get the power pass, but we can put something like that, maybe. Yeah, so we can put this here as the long-handed one, because it's the same stuff, apart from it also needs these. So, don't these get made twice as fast? I seem to recall. So we can kind of put them on another belt. Maybe just do a belt like that. And now let's rework the power poles. Maybe it'd be better if they were like that. No, because of where I put the other power poles. And then move that back up. Oh, excuse me. Box there for them, but they also need automation cores and inserter parts. So we can just put a little cheeky diversion there. Grab them. Yes, that confused me no end. I ended up with like 1 million of these because I thought I would be able to turn them into those. And you don't. That's not what you do. Right, so have we even made any? Yes, we've made a couple there. Excellent. And I can hand make a few more. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we can boost this up a bit. Righty-ho. That on there, that on there. Now we are cooking on gas. So, we've got 4, 8, 12, 16. So, the normal thing is 48, isn't it? But it's a 2-to-1 recipe. So we actually... Oh, look, they've not got anywhere to put... I was because I only just added those on. It is a 2-to-1 recipe, isn't it? Right, so let's look in the base, as it were. So 5 iron plate from 10 iron ore. Okay, so it needs to be 2-to-1, basically. So instead of 48, we can only support 24 if this was a full lane, which of course it isn't anyway, but we'll ignore that bit. So we've got 16. So we would want... So that would take us up to 32. No, it's 48 per side, isn't it? Yeah. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Not sure on my maths there, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I can't support these anyway, but because we need to build a whole load more mining machines. Right, let's do that. But let's not fill that bit in. In fact, we're hardly even supporting two sets of things. Can I just handcraft a few of these? I can. Because, yeah, here we go. You see, so you're dead, so we can pick you up. Yeah, you're dead, so we can pick you up. Okie dokie. So let's make a couple more as well. Put them in the middle here, I think. We could ghost that one. Ghost that one. Ghost that one in. Well, that didn't work, but there you go. Pick that bit up. How many we made now? So we've got 2 more, so pop them on. I guess we could also bolster up the coal just by 1 there. And we got, whoops, we got 1 more. Let's see. So, tempted to put it on coal again, just to make sure we don't run out. Okay. So that's a little bit more iron ore coming in. I've somehow got 7 bits, so let's put that in there, say. Okay. Let's put the power pods in, since I made them. And then I should have loads of furnaces, so we can put all of those in, no problem. Guess I could tidy this up as well. Right. Was tempted to bin it all off this week and stream Total War Warhammer 3 instead, but haven't really got anywhere in that. I've ended up this morning I was playing Dyson Sphere program instead because I needed to sort of get that prepped for. Let's chop that down a bit for the next stream on Monday. We made an absolute boatload of these, so that should eventually back up and stop demanding iron. How many of these have we made? Oh, lovely. 29 of them, 27 of them. Brilliant. Have we got any of these? We have. And those? Yeah. Smashing, smashing. How much more can we fill out? Well, how many of those can I make? If I steal some iron, maybe. Oops. Wonder if there's any in there? No. No, thought there might be some refugee iron. So, I can make 3 more of them. Obviously, we should add them to the thing, but until I've kind of got this filled out, it's going to be so short of iron, it's almost a bit pointless. But we can certainly fill in all the belt there. And is there any other belt that could be filled out? Not there. No, belt's all kind of done, really, isn't it? How are we doing on the power front? Let's just have a quick look at that. Oh, that's a little close. A little closer than I would like. Okay, let's make some power stuff then. So we need pipes, plates and gear wheels. Okay. I was going to add some more inserters on, but it's not even reaching down to what the ones I've got. There should be a little bit of iron here. We could just steal. How many more does that get me there? So I can make 2 boilers. Only 1 engine, though. So I need 23 more iron plate. Okay. Picked up a load of iron automation cores then. Another one there. Excellent. I think I picked up my earlier iron smelty thing probably a bit early, maybe. Never mind. Have I got power poles here already? I have. But I guess this is the bots filling these in, because I don't remember putting them on. Oh well. Oh well. Let's put it on this side. 1, 2. Oh, did I only make 2? Yeah. Let's see if we can get some more iron as well then. 40, there we go. Right, let's go and put that on. I've got a wind turbine for some reason. I must have picked that up, I guess. I don't remember. Because obviously I'm powering these with turbines, but I've already got them, so... Is that one connected? Yeah, I guess it must be automatically. Okay. Right, so... Where have we got to? Ideally we need more of these. We've got 3, so let's make a 4th and put a couple more on, since we've now got a little bit of power. Oops, okay. Yeah, I think for me, the kind of key to Enjoyed it a bit more last week. Is the biters being on passive, effectively being on passive. Got all this wood. I need to make circuits and stuff out of wood, don't I? Wait. Oh no, those are recipes. I thought there was some stuff sat in a chest, but of course those are the old ones. In fact, I could reclaim that power if I'm not actually going to make those. I can sort of take them out of the network, because if you pick them up from memory, they're gone. You don't get them back. But we can take them out of the loop power-wise, no problem. Because I might want to keep, it might turn out that we kind of need them. And we can keep that hooked in. So that gives us a tiny little bit of extra power. And what else? I guess I could put this down as well. That miner has run out. So let's reuse that. Okay. And as I say, we might as well sort of put this here. Is that connected? Difficult to tell a bit. Yeah, so now we've got, that's without making proper power. So we're about halfway. Okay, that's good. Right. Right. So that's got 20 in. Good. It's not got any of them, was it? I guess the iron sticks are just going on the belt in preference. There's still nowhere near enough iron. We need loads more iron. Okay, so how about we make some miners on this system? So it's iron beams, iron gear wheels, and automation cores. Okay. Now iron beams are just iron plate fiddled about with. What recipe am I looking for? There we go. And iron gear wheels we know about already. And automation cores we've got here. So how about we just sort of make it here, really? We can't really support it. I haven't got any assemblers because I need yet more iron. So much iron needed for a lot of these recipe tweaks. Right, so make 3 of these. Because these are beams, gear wheels, and cores. Okay. So if they're going to be beams, gear wheels, and cores, we could perhaps turn this into a splitter. Take it that way. And then we could have one of them there, one of them there, and one of them there. And those could feed in. So this could be iron beams. I've got 29 already. Okay. So they grab from there. And then this is going to be the actual mining machines. And this is whatever other thing it needs. I think it was gear wheels, was it? Yeah, and it's got automation cores here. So we can just put these in a chest here. Let's do a stack. Okie dokie. I think I'm going to hand feed some more iron ore into these. No, there's no point, is there? It's not even getting close to getting down there. Let's just fill in the inserters in anticipation then. And it can work away on a few more miners, and then we can put them on. And so these, the sort of placing jobs are the jobs that, the bots, those bot things can save you time on in theory, but we haven't got anything like enough stuff to support them, so it's not really saving me anything. And the biters are on passive, so them attacking me isn't an issue. If they're not going to attack me, there's no damage consideration, so the bots can't repair anything. So yeah, I think I'm happier playing without them. Do-do, do, do, do-do. And we're out. Okay, let's go get some more then. Look, there's iron plate here. There's something wrong then. Oh, right, there's no feeding for these two. Look at all this iron plate. What was I after? Inserters. And inserters. Should I just make one stack, maybe? Limit some of these a bit harsher? Maybe. Because this is full. And we don't need it more, so that's okay. Two miners. Super duper. Right, okay. Let's put the rest of these inserters in and it can make a few more. We're in the virtuous circle territory where doing more of this makes more of that, which enables us to make more of this, which enables us to make more of that. I'm going to extend this as well, I think, the copper. Might as well just fill it in while we wait. Oh, I needed to do a couple more. Oh, well, one more anyway. Okay. Because that's the same. It's 2 to 1, I believe. Right, and then put power piles in. Probably need a few more of them. Right. I could set up a glass production as well. I don't think I've any use for it just yet, but I seem to recall it's needed fairly soon. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing more Hammer, but I'm guessing everybody's streaming. Well, everybody's streaming Horizon Zero, whatever it's called, West, Dawn West. I don't know whatever it's called. Guessing that's the big one this weekend. But for us Giganto nerds, there's Warhammer as well. Really love that series. It's really works well. Combination of the two different game types, I think. Ends up being quite expensive though, because they're a bit cheeky with the whole DLC basically, because I often do like race packs basically, so other races, but rather than just brand new ones, they'll make it so that existing races have, or they did do anyway, they sort of stopped this, or weren't as bad with this in the second one. But I really do mean as bad. They still did it, where basically, so there was one point where I was playing as the High Elves in Total War 2, and they released a pack. I was literally about to like whatever you would call it, unify, do like a treaty with the other faction of High Elves. I was literally about to do it. They released a DLC pack, and what they did with the DLC is it made it so that you couldn't actually treaty with them unless you had the DLC. They were still in the game, and you could fight them and stuff. But that would have been bonkers. I would have literally been. Because I would have, obviously Elves, it's in Warhammer, it's basically good guys. Would have smashed my reputation. Because, I was friends with them and literally on the verge of, allying with them, basically. Or them basically becoming my faction, essentially, as well. And, Yeah, that option disappeared. Because they... you had to buy the DLC to do it. So I had to buy the DLC because I wasn't going to, you know, suddenly declare war on them. I mean, if that had been my goal in the first place, then, you know, I wouldn't have noticed sort of thing. But, say, I was virtually allied with them. And then that option disappeared. Bit cheeky. But they were a bit better with it, such that... Oops. Some of the other races you could... Why don't I make this some... Oops, splitters. Instead. So if we filter for... little fishies. Other way. And... Oops. Other way. Get rid of that. We can chuck those in one of the things. It looks like we've basically got a solid belt of iron now, finally. Which will only be a half belt coming out. Interesting, this whole different ratios thing. Right, so we still could do with adding some to copper, I guess. But yeah, that'll slowly sort of work its way in. Let's see if we can't, as I say, add a bit more to copper. I think I'm just going to, you know, fill it all out basically so that it's almost ready to go. And then we'll maybe look at glass, but we'll see what might be useful to build next. Or manufacture, rather, next. So they're all done, aren't they, on the copper front? I thought I had some ghosts left. No, it looks okay. Okay. Let's go and add... Oh, I've got 3. That's a spectacular number, isn't it? It'll really make a difference. Put that on there then. Oops. I assume the gaps are where the bots filled it out and I, you know, got rid of that order effectively. Right, so that's about as much as we can make for the time being. Let's have a look what we should be building. We've not got any pipe production, so we could put that on. We don't have any lights, and I say that's where we need glass, so we could set them up with the intention of, you know, making some lights so that we can see what we're doing. Obviously, we don't have loaders. How could I add that in here somewhere? So it'd be iron beams, iron gear wheels, and belts again. I think really it should be in here. Well, not really, but if I was to put it in here, because I've got beams there, you see, and belts. So if I was to pinch, you know, if I had this assembler instead, well, that's it. We could make assemblers as well. Was loaders, then we just have to weave around, because we could use those iron beams if it was all moved down a bit. Oh well. In that case, how about? Well, let's set up assemblers because they're almost identical. In fact, they're the same as these, aren't they? Could I therefore, if I shift these over by 1, yeah, let's try that. So if I move these over, you see, by 1, then that can reach still there, you see. Oops. No, it can't reach there, can it? Can, but it's got no power. So, I can't remember which was which. This was beams, was it? It doesn't matter, does it? No, it doesn't matter. So that was gear wheels, so then we can do like we did up there, basically. I need to make an assembler to make assemblers. As per. Can I put that there and then there? Oh, well, that's not powered, is it? That's annoying. How about we do that? So then you're both getting there. Other way around. Box for these. Box for those. Got 5 now. Yeah, so the recipes are really quite hungry, aren't they? Right, have I got an assembler now? Yes, I have. So that's going to be assemblers. Did I limit it? Yeah. So it's iron beams. Oh, it needs automation cores, doesn't it? How about then we split this. There. Now. Oops. Like that. Like that. Is it making me an assembly? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, so that recipe worked. That setup works in quotes. Oh look, we're actually getting iron backing up here now. Look at that. Tons of iron. What were we worrying about? Right. Yes. So if we want to make a few loaders, then we could put a machine here. In fact, we could probably put it there. No, there. We could have a little siphoning off there. That's that, that, and that. Oh, I'm not powering that, am I? Oh, well. Let's move that. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can move it one up because the others are... Whoops. Getting power from the other poles? Yeah, okay. Put that there. This can be loaders. Just the one stack of them. Oh, I haven't got any. Them and them. Are we making loaders? Yes, we're making loaders. Excellent. Right, so what are we going to make next? So we've got a little bit of production of all of them. We haven't got iron pipes or pipes to ground. So let's do that next. Do I want to tack it on the bottom here? We could put it in this little space here. We're kind of ending up very spaghetti. But then this isn't permanent. This is just to get me going, basically. I would actually use my like starter base thing I've been working on. But all the recipes are different, so it's not actually very useful. Right, so that like that. One of them there. Do you need iron plate as well? So if this is the... Is this a sensible place to put this? Because I'm going to end up with a space I can't use for anything. Not really, is it? But let's do something like this, maybe. I'm not quite sure why I left so much space there. I'm sure I had some plan. Right, if we do that, say, and pick all of this up. And then I can just run that over. Yeah. So say, let's just do the one stack of each. So this would be the pipes, this would be the underground pipes. Cool, so that's them. What else haven't we got? It's weird how the glowing lamps are a different recipe. I guess that's because they're out of Dectorio, and that's just a normal... But then it's got automation cores in it, so... I wonder how that works. I mean, we could make repair packs, but what's the point, sort of thing? We can make these. That'd be useful. I don't think I'm actually making stone furnaces anywhere. No, I'm not, am I? So let's put a little stone furnace thing up here. I've got millions of them, but bound to need even more before we get to our next technology. Let's do that, say. Like that. Get it right in a minute. Right, so this then is going to make furnaces. Like so. Let's just do a stack of them. I can always increase that, so I don't need them at the moment anyway. We've got them being made. Offshore pumps I'm happy to handcraft. Assembly machines we're making. So these greenhouses, we need to make wood, basically. So they're glass as well. So it looks like we're either... Options are to make these. If I made them... I mean, maybe I should actually put... Instead, we should take stone on the bus. I don't know... I don't know how heavily it's used. Interesting. How about I just handcraft them when I need them? Because now that we're producing iron plate in a reasonable amount... In fact, I could put some little self-usage things, couldn't I now? So if we put, say, iron plate here... Oops. Say a couple of stacks of that. Oops, that was not a couple of stacks. And what? If we do... let's do copper here. Let's just do the one stack of that. Stone brick there. We should put some paths down really, but let's just do the one stack there. Cool, okay. So yeah, making them. So greenhouses and the lights need glass, so we need to sort that. We're then into the sciencey territory, which is good. Should we make some... I mean, I guess I should make some ammo and stuff, because... Oh, right, it's got coal in it. Okay. Interesting. I guess that's meant to be the sort of, you know, equivalent of the gunpowder, effectively. That's interesting. Have we made any assembly machines? Let's put a stone path up here as well. How many have I got? Oh, may not be enough, but let's grab them. Do a bit of a restock. Just grab a bit of everything. Got some loaders now, lovely. Probably won't use them too much initially. But, yeah. Right, can I put a stone path here? Something like this. Because that's going to be a main walking area. Okay, so maybe this is where also, in fact, let's pick this up. And maybe put some ammo production here. So we need it in the sense that at some point I'm going to have to clear out biters, I'm sure. From some resource I want to get to, but they're not going to attack us. Oh, in fact, that's pistol ammo, isn't it? Is that the same recipe? Oh no, it needs copper. Okay. Oh, I've still even got the pistol. Blimey. Let's make ourselves a submachine gun, shotgun. I didn't even make any armor. Wow. Okay. We haven't got any stone walls. Again, I guess we should make some for when we want to do clearance and we need a bit of protection from walls. Maybe. I mean, that's a bit bit far-fetched, to be honest with you, but... Stone walls. Let's just do a stack of them then. Right, so what are we missing? I mean, there's all the Factorio stuff, obviously, but we'll leave that for the time being. Did I put stone bricks in our chest? Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, so really it's a case of lights and greenhouses. Greenhouses are obviously a bit more complicated, but not that much more. So really lights first. And to make lights, we need glass. Where's glass? There's glass. But to make glass, we need sand. I think this was where... So this has obviously been overhauled, or tweaked, or changed or something, because that area where I was like, I didn't understand. I had a bit in the other previous map where I didn't understand. It was like the machines were missing basically, and so it was just some inserters, and I couldn't work out what it was. And I think it was this. I think this is where I got to before. And basically I was setting up some crushers to crush some, because what you do is you crush stone, into sand, and then you smelt sand into glass. But the ratios are very weird, and I don't think I even factored that in. Or I think they're weird anyway. Are they weird? That was my memory. That it was an odd... Yeah, so you get... Well, it's the 2-to-1 thing, but it's 8 glass from 16 sand. So it's still 2-to-1, but it's... You need to make 16 sand, and it has a 16-second crafting time. So it's basically half of 1 a second, or 2 seconds to make 1, effectively. But with weird multiplications applied. But then the sand, you get 7.5 from 3 stone, so it doesn't match, basically. Oh, no. So, maybe it matches... That's interesting, because it says product 7 to 8 sand. And 7.5 is maybe an average. So maybe sometimes it gives 7, sometimes it gives 8. So effectively it's giving 8. If we just imagine it as 8 sand and sometimes it's a bit slower, I don't think that's going to make a lot of difference to the volume we're making here. But if it gives 8 sand, then effectively we would need... In what time frame? Oh, in 1 second. And that takes 16 seconds. So could one could support loads then, couldn't it? So if we feed 3 in, and say every second it gives 8 sand, then if this is 0.5, oh dear. So 16-second craft time. So I say it's 0.5. No, it's 2 it needs, sorry, per second. No, it needs 1 a second, but only makes half. That's right. And this makes 8. So 1 can support 8, I think. Oh, hello there. 1 should support 3, roughly. Thank you for the tip, Mr. Snizzles. That's a great username. And hello, yes. Welcome to the stream. Just in case, I don't know how long you're watching, but just feel that this is my... Well, it's not my first time playing it through, but I tried it about a year ago and got a bit sort of frustrated and confused and maybe a bit annoyed sort of thing. So this is me sort of picking it up again, basically, a year later. And what I've done, and I think it's made all the difference for me, obviously I'm sure, other players would prefer them to be on, but I've basically turned the biters are all on passive, basically, so they're there, and we'll probably have to kill some of them to get at some resources, but they're not going to attack us, so I don't have to worry about any of that side of it. But... Right, yes, so 1 supporting 3. Okay. I mean, how much do I actually need, I guess? So... I mean, how many greenhouses am I going to make? Initially, not very many at all, so it's 20 glass, though. 10-second craft time, so it's quite a bit of glass. And then lights, I always like to plop a lot of lights down, so we could do with quite a few, I guess. So half a second crafting time, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So maybe if we try and do something, you know, sort of maybe 12 or something. So in that case, we're going to need 4 crushers-ish. How many have I made? 2. Okay. It gets really rough. Okay, too much. Oh, right. Play the same on passive. Cool. Well, I hope I survived the roughness. Right, so I had this here with the intention of... In fact, let's go and put some of these miners down that I've made a load more. Just fill some of these belts up a little bit. Just quickly. I've turned off... I had the... what's it called them? Companion drones on, but... I don't think it really suits me that, because... I mean, I love bots, you know, I love playing with bots and construction bots, but... Feed you in there. More coal, I guess, as well, just in case, really. I should check the power again as well. Right, so, oh, is that all of them? Okay. Let's go and get some more. What is the power doing? Oh, yeah, okay. We do need more power. Okay. So let me just add some more things that will draw even more power. Right, let's see how many I can make. I can make a bunch of them. Not too many of the boilers, though, but I've got a chest of iron plate now, hopefully. Right. I should use the loaders, really, but... right, so... 2, 3, 4... Get rid of that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Okay. So I assume, Mr. Sizzles, you're an experienced player generally. You've played the normal game through a few times, almost, I assume. That's because I find it sometimes a bit difficult to tell whether people... Because some people just launch straight into mods, don't they? But I'm a bit more... You know, play the... How would you put it? Vanilla game to death, basically. Not experienced, but I have about 2,000 hours into it. Is that not experience, then? I guess I say, and that's particularly with Factorio. That is one of those. I mean, I know what you mean, but I say so. I mean, so, you know, you get them posting. People on posting on Reddit where they've played, you know, 5,000 hours, not 5,000, 500 hours, and not launched a rocket and stuff. And it's like, it's fascinating to me how different people play. Not compared to some others. Yeah, so I know what you mean. It's like, I know a lot of people get trapped in that sort of spiral of constantly restarting. That's something I did quite often when I first started, but then I just sort of thought to myself, right, well, what am I actually achieving by restarting? And just sort of pushed through. Made the messiest base you can imagine. But I now tend to be almost the opposite. I don't tend to... Last one. And a lot of players, they have their one base and they, you know, spend all of their time in that one base making it bigger and bigger. But I tend to be more restart. I restart quite a lot. You know, I launch a few rockets and get bored often. But I did do a series where I tried to mega base. So this looks like, actually, yeah, it does only take half of it, doesn't it? But it's all backed up anyway. Right, so where were we? We were making crushers and glass. Okay. I'm just wondering, actually, where I'm going to put the glass. Because I've sort of pinned myself in a bit there. Maybe if I rework this a little bit. Do something like that. Yeah, it took me my first time, about 500 hours to launch mine. Restart friendly for myself for sure. Cool. Save a large area. Do you mean for the glass or? Oh, I never put. Let's just set the glass up first. Right. So if I. Because one thing, I'll put the the smelting side of it here, in my usual sort of way. In fact, maybe we'll offset it a little bit, and then we'll have the crushers. Yeah. Oh my god, that's what you meant, isn't it? Wow, that's enormous. Okay, how big is that then? I see what you mean. Save some space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it square? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 by 7. Wow. Okay. Oh, I did that. Oh, hello, Bella. You alright? My first rocket launch was a good bit in a Bob's Angels run. Wow. Crikey. You went extreme to start with then. Blimey. Right, so in that case, maybe I treat that as a separate. Yeah, I think if we treat that as a separate production line. That must be on the outside for symmetry, doesn't it? Okay. So I can't really support a lot with that. But they are very slow. So then this would be there. That, I don't know why I'm doing it myself anyway. Like that. Let's just copy these. So this needs coal, doesn't it? Let's move this whole thing over. Like this a bit, I think. So, I don't know if I've ever asked you, Billy, as to whether... So have you launched a normal rocket as well, then? Or have you only ever sort of launched in, you know, Bobs and Angels and that sort of thing? Because I know some people, you know, they always play with mods and stuff. I think I'm a lot more boring than that. I never really thought I was, but I sort of tend to play the vanilla game to death usually. Right. So is there a good way of me sort of? Because what I'm thinking, we'll stick the glass on here. But I've then put a whole load of stuff in the way, haven't I? Because I'm an idiot. So, where can we go? If we go underground there. That's not. In fact, I could just move that over. That might help on that front. In fact, why don't I just put this on the other side? Oh, I never even made myself some shotgun ammo. Let's do that. And then we've got loads of that there. Get that. Get rid of that power pole. Do that. Right, so we can take the glass that way. So we can just hop, skip, and a jump it across there. Across there. Like so. Okay, so that's the glass coming out. This needs to be the sand coming in. I've done the classic thing of potentially boxing myself in a bit, but it should fit in this gap then? Yeah, so it'll fit down there. Okay, so we need to sort that out. What I was going to say with the companion drones, say I've sort of disabled them, but I think what I'll do is when I need to clear trees, I'll put them back on again. So they're just tree clearers effectively. So it's almost how I'm using the nanobots in the aesthetic Factorio series. Right, so we need to set the recipe, don't we? We need it to be glass. Right, so I've got them on. Okay, so how am I going to fit these in? Because it doesn't need... It's just literally you feed the stone in, don't you? And it just sort of does the business. Oh, I assume that if you feed other things into the crusher, it can give different results. That's interesting. I did afterwards, but I kept restarting back then. All my bases were 2 spaghetti. Yeah, it's sort of... I kind of wondered... I mean, the way I learned not to do spaghetti is... I mean, not that... I mean, I love spaghetti, looking at spaghetti bases. But I do think it does lead to that problem that, you know... It's sort of a... The problem with spaghetti, in a sense, isn't the spaghetti itself. It's the organisational complexity it causes, I think. For most players, it's sort of like... Does that... No, it doesn't even reach across that, does it? Blimey. You know, in a sense, you don't know where anything is, and that's almost more of a problem than... How the heck am I going to deal with these boys? How about I move them back a bit? So if this is the stone... And yeah, I learnt a few sort of organisational principles that I usually stick with. Like this here. I just use arrangements like this because that helps me avoid, you know, too much messy belt things. But I'm not afraid, you know, like this is a bit of a mess. Oh, it's not under radar coverage, but this is a bit of a mess here. But that's fine because it's an isolated build that I'm going to rip up at some point anyway. But yeah, learning to do things like that, and I think, you know, the key is to find your own ways of doing that sort of thing, I think, rather than... Because you can, you know, tutorials and stuff are great. Nothing against them in any way, but so I sometimes wonder whether it'd be better, you know, to think about like how to put it, the how-to rather than the specifics of what, if you see what I mean. So rather than... I'm struggling to get my head around this because yeah, maybe I'll just do some random things because we only need like 1 input, I guess, because we only need to feed 3 in. So if we do output there, then the belt's in the way, isn't it? I could put belt there. And then there, maybe? Have these next to each other? This feels very weird. Absolutely chonky boys, these. Yes, be careful though, because it can also destroy anything you put into it. Oh, right, okay. Like a trash pit. Right, okay. Right. I assume that has some use then, does it? Do you make something... Is it like a way of recycling? Are these like recyclers? Because I know Bob's and stuff has like a recycling... Or there are mods that do like actual recycling, but it gives you your items back again. So I presume it just crushes things into like a... In fact, if I got something I could stick in random that I don't really care about. Maybe... What can I stick in that's not... gear wheel, maybe? Oh! It just disappears, it does it, if it's not got any particular use for it. Interesting. Okay, that is really loud as well. Oh. I didn't like it so much mainly because I wasn't able to scale up when I wanted to. But Bob's Angels taught me to organise and things like build on one side of the bus, etc. Yeah. Tutorials are great, but to make it playable for long term, you need to make sure you do some of your own builds to learn more on your own instead of just copy paste from anyone else. Yeah. Gets boring quickly that way. Depends on what items you put into it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would never. I always feel, it's your game. Well, hopefully you've paid for it. Maybe the person's pirated it, but I say when it's your game and it's a single player in particular, it's like do whatever you want sort of thing. If you want to use tutorials and use blueprints and whatever, then I don't think there's any problem with that at all. Really. I'm squishing this in a bit, aren't I? It's not ideal. But yeah, I do think, it's kind of important to learn, in a sense, the principles. That sounds like a very weird way of putting that, but... Yeah, so these are so fast that I'm going to need to put quite a few outputs on, aren't I? So can I do some arrangement where... In fact, what about if I underground there? But I kind of thought about doing a series of, like, tutorials more focused on... That is very loud. Sorry if that's a bit deafening. On, like, the design principles I personally use. So if what I'm thinking, put one there. Like that. As well. Obviously it's not actually getting any real stone because I didn't put those things on. Let's go and put those on then. Oh, it looks like we're making glass though. Like powerhouse will give you wood back, but a lot of other items will just go to a trash icon. Okay. So it doesn't actually give you like a, landfill or, something like that. It's very item dependent what you put in sort of thing to what you get out. That's interesting. Right. But I wondered if maybe it gave you something you could smelt. So if you put an mostly iron thing in, say you put an assembly machine in it, it gave you just sort of a iron scrap or something, or but just spat out an iron ore maybe. Maybe it's not that sort of complicated. Right. Let's get a little bit of stone going. Cool. Correct, just a big crushing machine. Okay. But yeah, I thought, maybe as almost like a different sort of a thing. Doing like a... Because I'm very conscious I got this YouTube channel that's just all it does is add my VODs on it, and I always wanted to do a bit more than that. And now I've worked out some sort of better ways of editing. Okay, got loads of power. I'd like to give it another go, but I say, it's about thinking about something that might be a bit more interesting for me to do. So is that really just not putting them out quickly enough at all? Okay. Let's sort of double that up. I guess it would throw them out quick. If it's making 16... Oh, it's still backing up. Crikey. They're doing some fast inserters, but we're not there yet, I don't think. It's backing up on the belt, so that's fine. And I don't need tons of it. Anyway. Right, so, bit of glass. Let's make some lights so we can see what we're doing. Oh. Whoops. That was meant to be down there. Righto. Now, can I get you around here? I can if I... What? This could go further over? No, it couldn't. Speaking of spaghetti, I think I'm going to have to do something a bit weird there. So if we take that one over, we're going to have to go backwards. Like that. Okay. So we've got some glass. Let's make some lights. How do we make some lights? So, we need... I could actually... Let's make one of these. Is this a way of me cheating it? It is, isn't it? Haha. Good old Dectorio. Why are they... Oh, it's the glass that's different. Because that's an automation core. And that's a bit of glass. Okay. Okay. I mean, we also need these guys. And that's all stuff we've got. Okay, let me think about this. So, am I just going to cheat it and do those? No, let's do it properly. I mean, we're making glass anyway, so... Let's make some lamps. So, iron plates, copper cable, and glass. So we can just keep this going. So I'm thinking just putting them in here, basically. Have I got assembly machines? I have. Like that. So we make lamps. We need a copper cable machine. Like so. Gosh. A stack of them. Just iron plate? Yeah, it's just iron plate. That, and then this is copper cable. So we need to bring copper cable and glass down. Okay. So glass there. Why don't I half lane them? Or should I maybe put the greenhouses on the bottom? Because they need automation cores, which are just here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So I'll put greenhouses down the bottom. So we can put them... Because I need to make beams for that. Oops. So greenhouses there. So I'll have one of them. And then I can weave that over there. No, I can't, because that needs to be down there, doesn't it? If that's iron beams. Yeah. So then it does need automation cores. Wait, does this need iron? No, it doesn't. Just beams. Okay. Like that. There's me pontificating about, you know, organisation, you know, and stuff like that. I'm just making a big plate of tagliatelle. Right, so we want glass and wood. Okay. In which case, I might just move that down one. Put that there. And then... Wait, how does that help me? Doesn't, does it? Oh, I've run out of power poles. Well, I should make some of them as well, I guess. In fact, would there be a better way of doing that? That would involve... Yeah, let's move this down. So I'll just plop this on the bottom and pick it all up. Because we can make power poles here as well. Hi there, Solban. Welcome back. Hey, fellow K2 player, how's it going? I see we're past the slow early game. Are we? I thought I was kind of still stuck in that. Just a little bit. We'll see when the map started, so progress is nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of hoping this is relatively chill. I don't, as I understand it, I may be completely wrong on that, but Kate, particularly with the biters on passive, it's not a insane mod in the sense of you know, staggering levels of complexity or anything, but we'll have to see, or I'll have to see, because it sounds like you guys all know already. Right, so let's take that down there, that over there, feed that in, get all this, oops, placed in. No, that could be there, can't it? So this is iron plate. So that's iron beams. So Mr. Sizzle says, starting the small mall is usually a little bit past the really slow part. Okay. I tend to build my malls in a big line, but they get fat over time. Yeah, I mean, I'm not intending this to be final. I mean, maybe it'll end up that way, but... Wait, where am I going to put the... Oh, no, yes, yeah, so that can be power poles. That can be wood. Yeah, and then we want power pole there. Yeah, okay, so that gets me them. So I need to bring copper and glass down, I think. I think that's all I need. But yeah, I am, you know, I'm slightly mindful that I am sort of making a bit of a mess, as it were, but very much just intending this to, you know, make me the things I need to make a proper base and get basic research going. A bit more of a reasonable sort of pace. Wait. Oh, there's the lamps. There we go. I thought I'd accidentally destroyed the lamps. So you need copper. And you need copper cable. Oh, you need wood. That's right. So I'll go and get the other wood from the other one in a minute. So we've got a stack of them. Let's do, say, 2 stacks of them. Don't need the copper to go all the way down. Are we missing something? You're making lights. Very slowly, but you're making them. Or lamps, as I guess they're called here. This isn't making anything, so is it missing something, or am I just not really feeding it? Oh, they take 10 seconds each, okay. Okay, so let's put some lights on the show. What I tend to do with lights is put them close to the products, basically, so that to help me find the products. Oops. When I'm doing this sort of thing. Where's... Oh, there. And I can always cheat it and make some of the others. One there. And then belts, and then loaders. Should switch to using loaders a bit more. Now that I've got a bit more iron available. So that's all of them. let's put some lights up here. Oh, let's just spam some in. You guys will probably tell me that lights are horrendously power intensive in this mod. Right, so I think that's all the absolute basics sort of made. So we should move our focus to science, I think. I'm tempted to just stick the last couple of things in because I've got loads of iron now. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 4 of those. And then that's at least all filled out. Did I have any gaps with... Oh, I have got some coal gaps. Okay, so let's see if we can put some miners in as well. We could also probably do with an extra radar or two. Let's have a look there. Oh, I've got another crusher. Let's just plop that in then. I make everything compact, read cramped. Or rather, it's just limited. It is nice. Lights are nice. Yeah, if you do spot any that I don't limit, do shout because I'm a bit chronic on that. I mean, two bad sort of... The things I always forget are power, and I end up massively underpowered. And limiting chests, I'm a bit rubbish with that. I tend to rely a lot more on the old logic and logistic system to sort of cap things. So I just put that down there because I don't really need to be carrying that around. We will put some of these in. But I did a whole series. Oh. Trying to do my first mega base because I've not really done one before. And power was sort of a bane of my existence in the end. Because I ended up with, I can't remember what the exact number was. I think it was 1.4 million or something. Solar panels. And it still didn't actually power the base. I mean, that's not... It wasn't a good design of a mega base or anything. Because my first go, you know, but... It was a bit sort of like ridiculous how much, you know, how many solar panels there were. And at the end I was cheating. I was just sticking them in with creative mode, basically. Right, so let's stock everything up. And then we can work out how I'm going to do science. Because it's been a while since we did any. Let's get a stack of everything so that we're nice and ready to go. I might double that up actually. Now that we've got a bit more. In fact, let's double this one as well. Or am I going to switch to loaders a bit more? Right. Let's get a stack of each of these. There's no point having them all if we're not getting ourselves fully stocked up. Or manufacturing hub. So a bit more sensible term. Right. And greenhouses as well. Look at that. Right then. I think I was going to put some of the science here. But let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. So, if we wanted to do... What would we want to do? I guess fast inserters would be a very useful thing. So we're talking about making basic tech cards and automation tech cards. Right. It'll probably do this research because I think there's a whole load of them left over. So the basic ones... yeah, here we go. Basic tech cards are just wood and copper cable. Automation tech cards are automation cores and blank tech cards. Blank tech cards are iron plate and copper cable. Okay, so they're not that complicated. We're making automation cores already, so it would make more sense rather than use this, because the automation cores are here, so we might as well just pinch them from there. And in fact, that must have been what I was thinking, because this is my usual feed the science back again approach. Right, let's get these bots going. If I do that... Yeah. And then they can clear out these trees for me. And stone and what have you. Cool. Single player sandbox game cheating is up to the player. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean that, you know, and I say I think anyone should play it the way they want, sort of thing. But my when I'd started out, I was hoping I could do everything, you know, not properly is the wrong word, but you know, if we need solar panels, I would make the solar panels. I wouldn't just spam them into existence in creative mode, because I say, although no fundamental problem with, you know, people doing that, I sort of wanted to, you know, I wanted to make it from the sweat of my brow, if you see what I mean. But it just got ridiculous. I got a bit fed up with the entire series, to be honest with you. It's why I'm doing this one as in parallel with several other things, because I think having just the one series traps you. You know, in that you've got to play it, and particularly something like a Mega Base where it's tons and tons of grinding. And you know, it's great that you guys are chatting, but you know, I'm no big streamer, so sometimes it's literally just me talking to myself and doing that. Particularly the outpost system I adopted, which was just not how I should have done things, but I didn't know, you know. I was just grinding and grinding and grinding. Because, you know, what I should have done is switch tack, but I'm a bit stubborn, is the honest truth. Right, so we want to make... What sort of rate of science do we want? I guess... I'm going to have a 20-second crafting time, but you get 5 of them. So effectively, it's a 4-second crafting time each. So if we wanted, say, 1 a second, I don't know if that's a good number or not, we would need 4 machines, wouldn't we? Which doesn't sound unreasonable, but what's that like? Oh, it's exactly the same. Okay. Okay. So if it's just copper cable, yeah, okay. That doesn't sound too hard, but maybe I'm underthinking that. But, you know, it's the first tech, isn't it? So it's not going to be that difficult. Right, so if we... Oh, yeah, so they've already got a load of stuff in them, so... What do we want to make? I guess we should unlock things like fluid handling, but... So some of these are sort of irrelevant if we're not going to do combat. Let's just burn some of the old cards, as it were. Was it 5 or 4? So if they make 5, yes, we only need 4. By the book, yeah, that's what I meant. That's exactly it. As I say, not meaning that, you know, in the end I didn't, you know, and I didn't have a problem with it as such. It was just a bit sort of, I guess it's that thing we were saying earlier, like, you know, that, you know, you get a bit frustrated. In fact, let's actually, if I do that, then we can put the copper cable. You know, people restart because they get, you know, frustrated with what they've done, sort of thing, and it was that sort of situation. But you're talking at a scale then where, you know, it's in, and you know, it's a massive undertaking to restart. You know, either that or you know, you do sort of switch to creative mode. It was actually the inspiration for the other one I'm playing, the Blueprint in a Book type of series. I don't want to call it that because I'm not quite sure that's what it is, but I think having some standard blueprints which is something I just, I've never really worked out would have really helped me. Particularly in the, we'd have got to the point of doing the big scale stuff a lot quicker if I'd had some blueprints. Obviously, these need to be, I guess these need to be greenhouses, but as I say, we'll get back to that. I've got a ton of wood knocking about. What do we want to burn through? Let's do the wooden flooring. You guys, I bet, have pinched all that stuff, haven't you? Yeah, of course you have. We can get rid of you. Like so. Stick that in there. That'll keep it going for a little while. Oh, it's not got copper, is it? Okay. Well, let's bring the copper up here. So that's yeah. This isn't slow or anything, is it? 4 copper. Oh, it is slow. What does that do to us? So 4 copper cable. Oh, sorry, 8 copper cable from 4 copper plate. That's fine. Oh no, 2-second crafting time. So you get 4 a second. And then what do these actually need? Oh, they need 5 each. Oh, okay. I hadn't appreciated that. So let's not do that then. Instead, let us just pop that in there. And then where are we going to put the copper cable? So if we put the copper cable totally get the being fed up with it. Once I got the 20 million achievement, I just wanted to end that base. The only blueprints I use is trains, the network itself, and stations, and even those are things the mods change. Oh, right. Crikey. Yeah, I mean, this is my... So this is the other series, basically. And, oh, I mustn't have archived it. I think I've got... I did tweak it after the test run, but this has got trains in it and stuff. But I'm basically building this, like, Kickstarter science, and then, like, Kickstarter base and stuff. And it's all... I mean, it's so wrong, as it were, for the recipes. But it's got, like, the smelting in it and stuff. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that series, but I say none of it's relevant for this, so I've kind of been doing a thing that doesn't really have any actual application for what the other series that I'm doing. It's not meant to be. Basically, at some point I want to have another go at doing a mega base, because overall I did enjoy it, but I say the end was just a grind, really, and I was like, I'm fed up with this now. Right, so did I completely miff the maths up then? So this gets, in 2 seconds, 8 cables, so 1 second it's 4 cables. And this requires 5 cables every 20 seconds. So we should be okay there. That's too much, in fact, isn't it? Right, let's get some lights on it instead of struggling to see anything. Okay. So feed this down here, and then they will go up to the labs. Is that all hooked up now? Yeah, that's fine. Right then. Yeah, that's way overproduced, isn't it? Let's take that out. In fact, I think I was right from the first time. I think one would support it, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, don't matter. Right, so if this is then the automation tech card. So got the automation cores already. It was the same maths, wasn't it? 5 and 20, yeah, okay. So take that out. these again. It's there. That. So it's going to want automation course there. Which are where? They're there. Okay. Fire underground. That. Oops. Bing bong bing. Let's do landscaping then. So that's automation cores, isn't it? That's... Okay, so what do we need to make? We need the base blank tech cards. Which are what? Iron plate and copper cable again. Okay. Blueprints I make myself, of course. Yeah. I mean, I've copied designs that people have used. I'm not going to pretend I haven't, or people have put together. But I've never... I always tend to use my own blueprints, but what I tend not to do is have a standard library. So every time I played through, I would build my own blueprint set for that book. And mainly because that's the part of the game I enjoy the most, designing. And yeah, so I wouldn't... I was always like, well, I don't want to lose doing that, because that's the bit I enjoy the most. The trouble was... the trouble with it is, particularly for something like a Megabase, it takes a lot more time. You're essentially building... you're starting from scratch each time. So say the idea is to have a bit more of a standardized set that will get me up to basically launching a rocket within, a short order, essentially. So it's got, rails and of all stripes in there, but it's how I tend to build them every time. Because what I sort of realised with the Megabase series is that even though I design them new each time, I just make the same designs. I reuse a lot of stuff, and things don't tend to change very much. So yeah, why not standardise them now that I always do the same thing, Right, so what am I getting confused with? It's the blank tech cards. So it makes 5... The reason recipes are 4 and 5 times is because they want to support faster buildings later. There's a limit to how fast a certain recipe can be crafted. Oh, right. So... Oh, that's quite clever. So basically, yeah, if you're making 10... If you want it to be able to support producing 10 items a second or something, it won't let you craft them at 0.1 of a second, because there's presumably some hard coding in the game that stops that. Sensibly, because you could break it, you could make it so that it just completely breaks the CPU and stuff, couldn't you? But instead, if you make it so that it makes 10 per craft, then you achieve the same effect. That's interesting. Landscaping, yes, so there are some other mods on this. There's Factorio. There's also like the warehousing mod. I think there's the... Yes, it kind of gives a list of recommended things. Or, I don't know about recommended, but a selection of mods that sort of go well with it, as it were. So we got... where's the trains one? Because it's got the trains... It's one of my favourite mods, actually, where you do trains across the water. I think it's got that on rail bridges. I think you just unlock it automatically. Yeah, there you go. Wooden rail bridges and stuff. Because that's what I like that mod anyway. Sorry, I'm getting confused. But yes, it's got like Factorio on. Because I'll probably end up trying to make them look roughly, sort of attractive. And it also gives a few things that, I just sort of prefer. I mean, I can cheat as well with that. So we may end up making those lamps, for example. Right, so, as I say, I'm getting a bit distracted. So 5 blank tech cards in a 2-second craft time. So it makes 2.5 per second. And we've set this up that it requires... So each automation card requires a blank tech card, doesn't it, basically? So we need to produce 1 a second. And this makes 2.5 per second. Obviously, I'm ignoring machine speed and all that sort of stuff. So we should just have 1 of them. Because I don't think we even need 2 here. I was right the first time. So, if that's the case... Oh, let's just leave them as messy like that. That's fine. Because I was thinking we could instead reuse this and like send them over. Yeah, so if I instead... I'm not sure. I think it was Soulburn that was asking me whether I was going to go spaghetti. I was sort of wondering about that. Because, so it would be interesting to try. So we want blank tech cards, we want iron plate, and we want copper cable. Does that support it? Because it only needs 2. I think that'll be okay. So put them in there. And then we can bring some iron up here. Or maybe there. Feed that in. Oh, it doesn't have power. Why not? Oh, because I put that in the wrong place. There you go. Oh, and then that doesn't reach. Brilliant. Right, let's do that. Pop that in there. Blank tech cards. There's no point having so many of these as well, is the other thing. Anyway, let's not worry about that bit. We do need to get greenhouses in somewhere, don't we? So maybe it's very stupid to put this here, but let's work with it for the time being. So this is iron plate needed. Right, so we can go under there, under there. Oops. And then... No, let's do it on that side then. Why am I bothering with that? Let's just put it on normal belt like a normal person. Right. You're going to kick in now? Why have I got 2 of them? Yeah, copying designs is fine. Oh, warehouse. K2 does its own warehousing, which is good enough. Oh, right, okay. I'm not actually sure if I do have the warehousing mod on. It might be those. They might be Krastorio 2 ones that I'm just thinking of as. Yeah, so it may well be those that I'm thinking about. And that's its own thing. I assume there's a particular reason for needing enormous storage in K2, is there? Is there something you need to produce in vast quantity, or is it just people tend to go big scale with it? Advanced lab. Right, yes, so are we making bits and pieces? So we still need more of those. Yeah, this isn't outputting anywhere near as fast. Can I make a fast inserter? Oh, not without an electronic circuit. Right. What I was trying to do initially was basically double output on this. And I was like, why am I bothering with that? But the reason is it produces them sufficiently quickly that they'll stack up. Right. Let's do that one. Get all some of the boring stuff out of the way. Is it going down? Just about. Okay. So are you lot working? Are you all running now? Are you all running? You've all got basic tech cards. Super duper. Have we got... Yeah, we got them on the bus. On the belt, rather. I say I have no idea whether that's a good production speed. I mean, looking at these techs, they take sort of 30 seconds each, but they require 50, so, you know, I think it's fine for now. Let's put a bit of walkway here. That feels like a bit of a traffic area. So greenhouses I've not done. Let's put some of those in. I guess we could put some glass in a chest as well. Don't know if it's worth having for handcrafting or not. Right, let's get path down. Kill off these trees. I've got this, like, the whatever it's called, the shelter has got absolutely loads of wood in it, so if we sort of run out before I've really made any, I can always put that stuff in there. Right, so greenhouses. How do these work? Oh, that's quite a meaty boy as well. Blimey. Is a lot of stuff quite big in this mod? I guess it must be. Let's use this area then that I've freed up for nothing in particular. We could get one of you guys to... Did you just grab a load of wood then? I bet you did, didn't you? K2 does its own... Well, yeah, those are K2 wares. Okay. People build big. I hardly use them. Yeah. I ran out of science before getting to the next science, so even if it's slow, it's okay. Right, fine. Important thing about greenhouses, they pass water between them. Okay. Even though the arrow is not the double arrow. Oh, right, okay. So, let's have a look. Oh, I see. So a bit like the nuclear, whatchamacallit, uranium mining. In fact, where the heck is water? The water situation, because I haven't got that on here at all, have I? So we're going to have to pump some across. Oh, I've got a wind turbine already. I can use that. Right. Okay. So, how do these work then? So we want it to make wood, don't we, rather than trees. Oh, right, you just feed in water. Okay. So you don't need to put in... I know in Bob's you have to put in, like, seeds and hacksaw blades and stuff like that, don't you? So it's just literally water in, wood out. Okay. 1 minute crafting time, though. But it gives you 40 wood. So that's that thing again, because that would be some weird short ratio, wouldn't it? Oh no, that's the other way around. It's a longer ratio. 40 wood in a minute. And how many do these actually need? They need 5 each. So I'm basically... I need 1 wood per second. So 2 greenhouses should sort me. Because that would give me 80 every 2 minutes. I'm so used to a lot of the existing, you know, recipes and timings. Yeah, just like new uranium mining, these are several other buildings like that. Basically all those with symmetric fluid in. Okay. Green also eat pollution. Oh, they do they? That's interesting. I mean, I say biters on passive, so they're not going to attack, but obviously, you know, pollution will be ramping up their evolution because I'm sure they're eating it by now. Yeah, so these guys are probably getting a bit of pollution, and then I imagine they're snacking on some lovely pollution. They're not. I've not even got expansion on, I think. So, so we shouldn't even get that type of attack. Right. Let's pick you up then. Where are we going to bring the water across? I guess just across here. Let's put it there. Like that? Yeah, yeah. You are happy. Good. Right. Across there. Oh yeah, these are longer, aren't they? Enormously long. Where do we want to take this? Sort of over here, maybe? Down to there. Is that a good place for it? Probably not. Let's do it from the other end. So, if we want the water... Crikey. So long. Feels like cheating almost. Fluid handling. Maybe if I... Oh, let's just move these over by 1. That to there. It's like mind bending how long those are. And then, oops. Bonkers. Right. Like that. I assume that helps with the whole, you know, fluid calculation thingy, fluid mechanics problem. Because it's sort of a per segment thing, isn't it? That causes a lot of the problems. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, I assume that's a Factorio thing. Being able to build other trees out of wood. Interesting. Right, so we need outputs for them. And where does it need to go? It needs to go over here. And it needs to feed in sideways. Okay. So it needs to be there. So we need to probably come up here somewhere. I keep forgetting to use the loaders. The gap there would work. Oh. Like that. Across there. Into there. Across there. I'm kind of hoping they do bigger, you know, bigger models in the expansion, and it's not just everything's 3 tiles big sort of thing. Oh, the trees are a K2 thing. Okay. Oh, it's the welcome to the jungle tech. Lets you make trees and rocks. Okay. Because it is a Factorio thing as well. But yeah, I mean, that's a bigger list of trees, isn't it? So it can't have come out of there. Huh. I don't remember doing that research. Well, there you go. Yeah. Do you need actual trees for something then? Or is that... Or is that just aesthetics and pollution control sort of thing? It's a lot of water, isn't it? I guess that's the tricky part with building them. Right, so let's sort of pick this up. So we can always stick it back in again if I've completely biffed the numbers. Right, fluid handling. What do we want next then? I guess we should work towards something that is a sort of an upgrade, really. So we could go for automation 2. So I don't have anything that in the particular volume to sort of justify these. I mean, fluid chemistry is obviously, I'm guessing that's a bit of a gateway tech, is it? Looks like it. Sentinels is, I guess it's like a type of radar, is it? A shelter again. So what? Gates, so what? Military, so what? Lawnmowers, definitely. Factorio. So we're kind of into the area where we're sort of upgrading, really. I mean, what's the long-term plan? I mean, the long-term plan... Oh, I can't actually do them, can I, until I make the next tech card. Let's do some of this other stuff then. Do containers, I guess. The long-term plan was I was going to build a little sort of small make-everything type area here. And then I think I was... Well, I hadn't decided, had I? I wasn't sure whether I was going to attempt city blocks as well. I've never actually done city blocks. I think I'd probably just end up going regular bus. So if I was to do that, up there's probably where we would need to be going. Or actually maybe across that way would be easiest. So I'm not entirely... I can't remember what the water does. Okay. We did unlock some new techs. So we've got pumps. And fast inserters now. But that means making green circuits, which I imagine they're different, are they? Oh, we need wood for them as well. Okay. Okay. It's not a lot of wood, though, is it? Because it's 2... Oh, the crafting time's different as well, isn't it? Because it's 1 second per item. Rather than half a second. And each craft takes 4 copper cables. Okay. Okay. So I guess we should do a little green circuit type build. Wondering maybe if it would fit in here. I mean, what does it actually need again? It's the wood, iron plate and copper cable, which we've already got there. So we could maybe split this and double it back on itself, or just grab it directly maybe. Put it in this area. Yeah, I've been a bit silly here. Penned myself in a bit too much. Should have left a bit more room, and then I could have had more rows of stuff. Oh well. Oh well. It's just aesthetics and pollution control for the trees. Surrounding my outpost with thick forests. Cool. That's kind of what I want to do. I know I keep banging about the other series up, but that's why I'm sort of intending with the aesthetic Factorio series, that it'll be pretty basically. So lots of big forests and stuff like that, but design. So more like like a landscape gardener would do, rather than just the randomness that the algorithm generates. Okay, let's put the green circuits in here. No, let's put it on the other side just in case. And I can have a separate sort of output. I'll just put another one of these on. I assume we run out of water very quickly, but I don't know. I didn't get this far in the other one, which kind of shows you the problem I was having in that. I mean, that was 2 4-hour streams, and I wasn't anywhere near this, and this is only the second one of these. So yeah, I was obviously not. I wasn't really feeling it. Now, is that even going to get any water? It's getting some water. Cool. Right, so we therefore need to make green circuits. So if we need... So to make 2, it takes 2 seconds. So one per second. And that needs half a wood, half an iron plate, and 2 copper cables. Copper cables are a weird ratio. Where are they? There they are. 8 copper cables for 4, so they're half a second each. So we can support half a second each, and we need 2 per second. So 1 to 1, is it? Yeah, 1.9k. 1 cable, 2 green circuits. Okay. Because we need 2 a second. And 8 take... So it's throwing me off just because of the... A lot of them... There's a lot more maths, as it were. So if it's... Let's see if I can work that out. So it makes 4... Oh, I see. So it's half a second craft time. And you need... Yeah, so it's 2 to 1, isn't it? Okay. So we could have some sort of arrangement, I guess, very simply, of that, or of course, that, like that. And it also needs wood and iron plate. This just needs copper. So if we were to try and... I don't know... Well, I don't know if you need huge volumes of green circuits. I'm imagining you will. But we're not going to be doing that in this base anyway. So if it was something like that... And that was the copper cable. So we'll need to move this over, but... I probably need fast inserters to support it, do I? But we need wood and iron plate as well. So we could either come down... I guess we could do both, but... So this could move over one. And then we can have, both in and out like that. Whoops. And then the copper could come down there as well. Direct insertion is fun. So something like that, basically, I think, maybe. How many power piles will I need to cover it? So, oh, why have I done that? That's silly. Because that's meant to be there. and then that's there. So, alright, so iron plate on the outside. Could maybe just do that. Might help with the power bar situation. They all powered? Yeah. So iron plate down there. Copper plate down there. Wood. Oh, this needs moving over one, doesn't it? Okay. Let's just do that for the time being. Oops. So that then can be whichever's missing. The wood. And then we're talking long-handed instead. Oh, we need another one of those. That's annoying. Oh well. Do-do-do. I think that should work as a sort of unit. Ironically, going on about blueprints, I haven't blueprinted anything yet, I don't think. Okay. So if this is a green circuit design. No. Oh, there is a lot of stuff in this. I hadn't really appreciated that. Wow. Tritium. Nuclear stuff, okay. Right. So where are we going to put this? Let's put it a little bit of a gap. In case I need to do something funky. So this is perfectly in exactly the wrong place. So let's just do that there. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. In fact, let's get the bots doing it. You will be useful for this bit. That's pretty much the design you did as well. I'll be off now. Have a good day. Yeah, thanks for joining me again, Solber. Giving some tips. It's always useful to have someone who's played it through, given a few pointers. And I hope you have a good day. Or good rest of your day. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So we want to do iron plate down there. So let's find that. Oh, brilliant. That's perfectly aligned with that. Marvellous. Okay. Okay. I did that one too far, didn't I? There we go. Right, like there. Am I going to start underground in some of these? I mean, I'm making all these underground belts and stuff and not really properly using them. I should also start using the blooming... Oops. Loaders, shouldn't I, really? Okay. Right, and then... Is it wood down there? Must be. So this wood down there? Always a bit of a... Do I need to double side it? I don't know that I need to really. We could just do a quick and dirty bit of balancing on both of these. It's not really a balancer, but it's fine. Right. And then we need copper. here somewhere. Okay. Let's weave it round, I think. Take it out of here. Down there. Across there. Like so. So that gets 1 copper. You need copper as well. So maybe if I do that a little bit earlier. Nope, wrong place. Like that. Now we can have a belt there. Like that. Let's see if it works. Well, one side works. The other one doesn't. Well, it will do. It's just needing to catch up. I mean, they need faster inserters, I guess, but we aren't making any of them. Yeah, so we've got a thing of green circuits. Excellent. So, in order to make these logistic cards... Oh, we need blank tech cards as well. I bet everything uses blank tech cards, does it? Okay, so we need more of them. Right. So this was perhaps a dumb way of doing things. How about we build the logging one? Are they exactly the same time again? Oh, it's the same time again, yeah. Okay. At least that's a bit easier than the base game. Well, I imagine it gets more complicated as it goes along. So we need the blank tech cards. We also need iron gear wheels. So, oh, I've run out of inserters. Blimey. Get some belts. Inserters. Do. So we can have a half and half belt here, I guess. So that's the input. And that's the output. Connected to there. So this needs iron gear wheels. So it's like one each basically. So it's 1 per second. And don't they take half a second? No. Yeah, half a second. Yeah, so one machine should be okay. But we need to get iron plates to it. Okay, so if we do iron gear wheels. It is iron gear wheels, it's not steel all of a sudden or anything. No, we'll find that. So that's on that side. Because there's iron plate here. Oh, go on, let's be super messy. So that there. I'm wondering if that may be do a similar sort of arrangement, actually. Would that put it on the right? I can never remember with these inserters. I'm not out of power poles, am I? I am. Blimey. Where's me power poles? Where's me power pole? Power pole. There we go. No, you're both putting on the left, aren't you? Oh no, but I can change this, can't I? Oh, I forgot all about that. Got all about that. So I didn't need to do this rubbish either. Huh. Right, what am I looking for? So we put that on, say, the left side. In fact, we didn't need to do that arrangement at all. And then we can have the green circuits coming up here somewhere. I'm glad I am tearing this apart at some point, because it is very messy. Right. Let's take these up. No idea whether I need glass for anything else, but we'll just keep it going. Like so. More past the end there. I guess let's let chaos reign. So we'll just do the green circuits here. It's all a learning exercise. He says, trying to convince himself. Was it there? Yeah. There we go. So green circuits. How the heck am I going to get them up here? So they would be here. So we could take that one further back. We could make... No, we couldn't. Yes, we could. So we could move that up. Put that there. Double that back on itself. Because why not, you know? I say, let the chaos reign. Oh, I'm so full of rubbish. Right, so... They're at least on the... Let's call it a bus. Are you going to make some automation ones for me? Or whatever they're called. Logistics or whatever. Yeah. 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 Super duper. I'm wondering if this is like producing enough, but it seems to be okay. But then we're totally overstuffed with science, so maybe we should boost that up. Or is it just that that's a very long... No, it's only 30 seconds. Okay, let's add some more of these on then. Should we double it? Oh. Where are you going? What was that all about? Oh, don't eat the power poles. That's it. I'm putting you away again. No, no, no. Come here. Oh, I haven't got any belts. Okay. Get some belts then. I didn't put any lights on anything either, did I? Right. A little bit of a top up. What was it? I was going to put some lights on stuff. Okay, so we want some lights on these greenhouses, I guess. Because you'd think they'd need that, or they'd at least glow. Because they're greenhouses. And they require light to grow trees. There you go. And then some lights up here. And then let's fill the rest of this belt in. Cool. Oh, I've got a load of cards on me. For some reason. In fact, I've got a load of everything. Inventory full of rubbish. Okay, so how are we doing? How are we doing? We're making all 3 tech cards. Yeah. But are you all stuffed with stuff? Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so I guess we're at a stage where... Well, it's about to finish, but we can do something that will use these green... Lovely green tech cards that we're making. Right, so... Something interesting. Don't we already have a radar? I thought I built a radar. Okay, maybe not. Oh no, the Sentinel's like a small radar, is it? So why could I see things... Oh, it was just me. I assumed that that was a radar that I put down and wasn't really covering everything. So they're like small radars, I guess. Let's just build one and see. Oh, it's tiny. So what sort of area does it cover? If we go up... Let's go up to the old... Oh, it's tiny. Is that more power efficient or something then? I'm not quite sure I see the point of that. 40 kilowatts, so it's only 2 turbines worth, I guess. Because they're 20, aren't they? We'll have a see when the radar's done. Let's go and have a look and see what that does. It's a cute little thing of it, though. I quite like that design. It looks like a fire... what do they call them? Fire warrior? From 40k. They have like heads and stuff that look like that. Well, they're like old school anime mechs anyway as well. So in theory I could make... Oh, steel. I guess we could make steel, couldn't we? Because that's a bit more complicated again. Because we need to make coke. Okay. I guess that's the next goal. What's the time? It's 5:30. Okay. Don't know if anything interesting has gotten hidden away in the Factorio menu. So this is all still military stuff that I don't really care about. It's given me a symbol there to say something new has been discovered, but nothing new is listed. So that looks like a bug to me. We've got the containers and warehouses and storage tanks. Yeah, it's got to be steel, hasn't it? The next goal. Okay, so how do we do steel? To do steel, we need coke. And to do coke, we need both wood and coal. Oops. I'm in the map. I'm in the map. Therefore what? So, issues with that. We could take wood this way, because we're kind of drowning in wood at the moment. So we take the wood over, parallel it with this in some way to make coke. So we can have coke here. What do you make coke in? Stone furnaces, okay. So essentially so this would be coke. So we need coal. It's effectively like making iron plate out of wood, basically, isn't it? It's like the wood equivalent of iron plate. So we can again use my arrangement I'm comfortable with. Why have I set it like that? I don't know. Let's put it a bit further down instead. Oh, no, outside. No, inside's fine. So this is coke. Oops. Uh-huh. So it would probably be... I don't know if I need coke for anything else. But then that's the fun of this whole thing, isn't it? So this would be more coal coming down here. This is the output, which would presumably feed into some other system. Oh, okay. So it's just rather than... I suppose that... I mean, that's more realistic in a sense, isn't it? Because... I mean, it isn't, but it is. But coke burns hotter. Okay. So it's just basically replacing coal with coke, basically. Can you use... So, is it a fuel value thing? So the fuel value is 10 megajoules. And what is it for coal? Well, it's 6 megajoules. So presumably you could just switch to coke production and just have all of your, burners burning that. Lots of fuel pollution though. But then, no, less than that. But then you've got to make it, haven't you? So you've got the doubling up of the pollution. Okay. That's less complicated than I thought it was going to be, actually. Right, so what we can just do with that then is just, do a split and then we can have steel in here. Cool. So we need to bring wood over. So let's split here. Do this. So that's the wood coming in. No, it isn't, because I put the belt the wrong way around. So that's the wood coming in. I don't know whether steel gets massively used or not. I assume so. What should we do next? Let's just do the fluid chemistry. And then move on to... Oh, I forgot I added the queue in this. So we can queue some things up rather than keep changing and chopping. Let's do interesting texts that unlock things. I guess automation. That's already on the list. I've done those in a very weird order, but that's fine. Cool. Okay, so what are we doing? We need coal over here. Might as well just pinch it from there. Inserters. Inserters. Which way around have I been doing it? Like that and like that. You're on numbers of these, but let's just do 8 or something. Up there. Oops. Down there. Da, 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 da. Oh, I forgot. Didn't put the power piles in. No, missed. Oh, so that's some. Whether it's enough, I don't know, but we will see. We could have this actually... Well, we don't know where we want that as such, because steel is just the same idea again. So we want fuel here. I guess? No. Needs to be there. So this needs to be here. that there. Then we want, say, input that way, output that way. And we crash into that machine. Brilliant. Okay, so if we... No, don't like that. I could... What could I do? No, let's do that. Dogleg there. Oops. Dogleg there. And then I can slip that one in there. And that can be there. Cool. So, underground that. Mist. There. Down there. Underground this one. We're going to need more wood. Might be worth having some kind of weird... Because we want that to prioritise going to the science, I guess. But any overflow can go elsewhere. I'm going to add one more on, but I suspect we're probably getting to the stage where we can't sort of support it. Add one more on, and it's not necessarily me. Right. I'm out of belt again. So I keep forgetting about the loaders. That one. Right, so, oops, coal. And eventually iron plate. From somewhere here. Steel going that way. Where in the heck am I at? Oh, yeah, let's just take that there, I guess. Okay. You want to output there and there. Input there and there. Output, output. Input, input, input. And this is steel. Oh. And again, I don't really know what the numbers need to be, so we'll just plop a few in. And this is, as I keep saying, very much a sort of starter base. Cool. Oops. Do. Oh, I was wondering why they weren't doing anything. It's because I haven't put the iron on. Oops. There we go. Right, let's see if we can make some steel. A man of steel. So I should really use some loaders, but whatever. Are you making steel? Yep. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Right, let's take this along here. And continue the general pattern of whatever the heck this is. Move that out of the way. Cool. How are we doing? 540. Crikey. I'm cracking through this. I mean, I'm not. I've got loads and loads to do. I know that. But yeah, it's doing more than I thought. Still enjoying it as well, which is very fascinating. Right, so. Oops. So. We're doing fluid chemistry and stuff. I'm curious where... Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, silicon processing. Okay. Where do you get silicon from then? Quartz. Oh, okay. So it's just another use for sand. Made in a filtration plant. I wonder how big that one is. Right. I was wondering where the next card is. I mean, technically, I suppose it's that military one, but we've got loads of other techs to do before then. Got all of oil processing before we even unlock that one. It doesn't call them... No, it calls them... Oh, does it call them all tech cards? Yeah, it calls them all tech cards, doesn't it? So we got those two, and then we got military tech cards, chemical tech cards. Okay. Production tech cards. Oh, they're way down the line. Okay, so next one is likely to be either military or chemical, but we've loads to do before then, so I don't need to worry about adding things to the science side of life. Okay, so what we need to focus on, I guess, instead is perhaps the chemical stuff. Have I unlocked? Oh, we've got proper radars now. Let's make one of them. And kind of do a comparator. Oh, why has it picked up the box? That looks bigger than normal. That looks bigger than vanilla. So he's got that sort of range. So it's not even as big. It's like one, whatever they call chunk or whatever, less than the player vision. And then he's like almost 2.5 times the size of player vision. See, I'm not 100% sure about them. What about the power? Oh, 1 megawatt. Okay, wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so they're way, way, way more power efficient them, aren't they? Sentinel Patchy. Awesome. Okay, let's pop in this radar then. I guess that's the cost, is it? For having a much bigger coverage area? Is it bigger? Oh, but it's scanned a load of sectors already. Okay. Okay. But that's like hammered our power. Okay. Let's put a few of them in. Why is... Hang on. Why is that... Oh, it's not. Look at that. No wonder we're having quite so many power issues. I've not lined the pump up properly and connected it. And now suddenly we're okay. I was wondering why it wasn't doing quite so well as I thought it should do. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's stick a couple more on anyway. Just because I always forget about power. So I'll do that. Pop one of you out. Did I blueprint that? Or is it just using my normal? It is. Okay. So while he does that, what else does he need? He needs some of them. Some of them. Is it making 8? I'm making 8. Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, I think I say we need to move on to electrolysis plant. Ooh. Filtration plant. Electrolysis plant runs electricity through liquids to produce chemical reactions. Okay. I mean, that's one way of describing electrolysis, but okay. What's this? Water electrolysis recipe. Sand and water makes chlorine and hydrogen. Okay. Ah, so we've got gases in this, have we? You can see how little research I've really done into it. So I don't quite know why that's given me the yellow exclamation point, which implies a new recipe when there isn't a new recipe. I mean, there's a million here, obviously. Maybe something's been put here by Factorio that should actually be in the intermediates. And so it's confusing it a bit. I'm not going to do all of these now, but can't see anything that would stand out to me as that case, but that's all irrelevant. Right, so if we're going to do chemicals and fluids and stuff, do we not have pumps? I know we've got pumps, but do we not have pumps? Or, you know, pump jacks? How do we get fluids? Oh. I see why it grabs all the blooming power poles, I don't know. Yeah, so we're sorted for power. We're only using about a third of what we're capable of producing. So, I know you have to do this, like burn things off, basically, to get rid of them. Mineral water extract, specialised pump jack for extracting mineral water. Okay. Steel fluid handling. Oh, here we go. Oil processing. So it's a recipe. As per normal, but I didn't realise I hadn't already done it. Okay. So we cancel some of them out. Add that on the list. In fact, let's do that next. And then do that one again. That one. What else did I put on the list? I guess logistics maybe and powerhouse. Okay. Right, so let's unlock that then. So, is there anything I can do useful in the meantime? I guess I can make a few of them just in case. I mean, we could make fast inserters now that we've got steel plate. And electronic circuits. This is all massively backed up again. Maybe there's like a lab. Is there a lab research speed? I thought that was a lot further down. Oh, you need automation too. Okay, so we could put that on the list. Yeah, okay. But it looks like we could use some more labs. Or support more labs anyway. What am I doing with resources? So we got 500,000, 340k. So stone's a bit thin, but you know, not a problem. And we got coal, stone. So there's our nearest copper. Can't see any more iron. Can be a little difficult to tell with RSO because they get lost in the colours a bit. This is awesome, this radar though. This is what regular Factorio radar should be like. Right, so let's make another 4 of them. Now. And get you to do the business. Yeah, let's do some fast inserters. It's 10 to 6. I normally only stream for about 3 hours. 3 till 6 usually. So fast inserters are inserter parts, which is So it's quite a lot of iron still. 3.5. One of the things I mentioned earlier on is I got trapped into a thing where I thought it was like regular Factorio, where you make long-handeds out of normal, and you know, filter inserters out of fast inserters and etc. But you make them all independently, which I say is something I didn't quite get my head around last time. Okay. Right, so fast inserters. We want things we've already got. Yeah, okay, let's just improvise a little one of those to go. But you've grabbed you grabbed a load of rubbish again. It must fill itself up. That's what it's sort of trying to do. But it doesn't need to, because it's got the, you know, the whatchamacallit on it. Power pack. Right, so fast inserters. Assembly machines, let's grab some more of them. Okay, so you need, in fact, should we make both? We might as well just make both. So if I'm making, I think I'm just going to direct insert. It's not quite the correct ratio, as it were, but that's fine. So we'll make, because inserter parts are, yeah, iron sticks and gear wheels. So that becomes inserter parts. Inserter parts. That's, say, iron sticks. Let's say gear wheels, 2-second craft time, 8 iron sticks, but only 4 gear wheels, so it should really be the other way around, I think. So if your gear wheels, cool, like that, What was I doing? So this needs to be inserted directly into fast inserters. And filter inserters, then they both need steel. Okay, so you can go there, there. One there. Yeah, in fact, let's do that. So you're going to need a chest to put things in. Cool. And then you're going to need, what was it? Greens and steel. So if we take greens out, would it be better to do them first or second? Probably, in fact, why don't I half belt them, as it were? It's probably easier. What's best to do that then? So, because we've got the half belt there, but we need room for the greens. Like that. Both capped, both capped. Oh, I forgot the iron plate. Iron plate. Oh, that might be interesting. Let's just bend it back on itself. Inserter. Oops, inserter. What? Oh, that's steel plate. Idiot. Where's iron plate then? Up there. Okay. Huh. Huh. Let's... these. Whoops. Oh. My aim's starting to go. Right. Take that round there. Oh, I could have taken it off there. Oh, well. Say, let the chaos reign. Right. Light, light, light. Cool. Let's see what it makes of that then. Seem to be carrying around a metric ton of stone brick. Stone, rather. Put it in there. And... yeah. Yeah, those are really loud. Okay. Right, so... don't really need walls. Might as well top that off. Let's get a nice stack of stone brick. Copper I could put the other way, because I don't really need a million bits of that. Do I need all that glass? Probably not. Let's have some iron plate. I've got a full stack, so it's fine. We could also put some of these others in chests, so maybe a bit of steel here. I'm guessing you probably can't handcraft a lot of stuff out of steel, but not basing that on anything. Right. And then maybe circuits. Put them back. Got loads of coal. Don't really need all that, I don't think. Oh, coke as well. Marvellous. I guess we could put some coal in a chest for in the eventuality that we do get. Oh, we do get some. Get a car or something like that. As I understand it. In fact, let's do 3 stacks. It'll be a while before we get a car. What else? So, steel's in a chest, glass in a chest. And I could put some automation cores in a chest, I guess. Not like I'm not using them. But I've got loads in my inventory. Not fussed about having sticks and stuff. Let's get rid of these cables. I just tidied that because it's 6 o'clock basically, so I'm about to stop. But we might as well do a little bit of tidying up while we're here. Restocking, etc. So we're ready for tomorrow. Going to continue this tomorrow. I say I'm enjoying it. I'm aware I'm sort of sounding surprised by that, but my memory of the original playthrough is that I found it a little frustrating, but I think I'm a bit more open-minded, but not quite as fussed about recipes being different and all that sort of stuff. So that lights. I wasn't. Well, it's just handmade boxes, I guess. Got lots of power poles. Haven't got any wood in there. Do I need 40 greenhouses? Probably not. Let's just leave that then. In fact, it's still chugging away and making more. I wonder how many they stack to. That tends to imply we are going to need quite a lot of them. Already got a stack of them. Brilliant. And them. Marvellous. Could upgrade quite a lot of stuff as well, couldn't we? Did I end up with a stack of them? I already got them. The greens. Let's grab the greens. Stack of that. Let's put that gear wheel away. Like that. Cool. Right. So, yes. So, we'll continue this tomorrow. I'll be back streaming 3 o'clock. GMT. Let's bring my schedule up. Sorry. There we go. So this is my schedule. It's basically the same every week. I stream Fridays and Mondays. I stream Dyson Sphere program, and then at the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I stream Factorio for a little bit longer, 3 till 6 usually. If you wanted to catch up on any of these VODs, or have them in the background or anything like that, or the very, very, very occasional YouTube video I do, then I have a YouTube channel as well. It's alias to Triggles, but the name is Trismegistus as well. And if you wanted, I post when I'm going live basically on Twitter, but that's about it really. So yeah, that's all my stuff, as it were. Follows, etc. Always very much appreciated. I realised the other day I set a jokish goal for followers, which is 44, which that's how old I am, and trying to get that before my birthday in May, so almost going to achieve that. I don't know whether I will or not. It's all a bit random with me, with people following and stuff, but that's all fine. It's all just a bit of fun, really. So I may end up having to update that goal or something. You never know. It may become one of these affiliates eventually. That'd be quite cool, because I'd quite like to do the stream points and stuff. I've not really any interest in people paying me, or tips and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if there's a way I can have that, like the points and stuff switched on without accepting subs and all that sort of thing. Because I don't feel I do anything that is worth anyone paying for. But but yeah, so that's all my stuff. If you wanted to catch up with it, I'll be back tomorrow, same sort of time, same series. We'll crack on, because I am enjoying this more than I was expecting to, if I'm honest. And then Dyson Sphere program back on Monday, where what we're doing on Monday, we are building Red Science, and probably then having to completely rework another solar system for the next science, which would probably be yellow. Is it yellow next? I can't remember. But yes, that series is going really well as well. So if you wanted to join that, if you're curious about that, then that's there as well. So if you have been watching, hope you enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio, and it's been Krastorio 2. Thanks for watching. Cheers.